A very good morning to all of my dear listeners and my dear friends. Let's start our journey again through the life of our master, Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa Dev. Right now, we are discovering the relationship and the metamorphosis or the transformation of Narendra Nath into Swami Vivekananda, right? So let's proceed. Narendra Nath was an implacable enemy of sham and iniquity and fearlessly criticized them. His outspokenness was often mistaken for pride by people who had no insight into his real nature, but Sri Ramakrishna's evaluation of his nature was quite different. He used to say that Narendranath was pure gold without dross, that his acts of apparent pride and intolerance were the outcome of wonderful self reliance and self restraint, and that his indifference to public opinion was due to an innate purity of soul. The master knew that the time was not distant when his personality would tower above the rest of the world, and that when he became a world teacher, all these qualities would be utilized in relieving the distress of mankind and showing them the way to freedom. Sri Ramakrishna's faith in Narendranath was unbounded, for it was based on the conviction that he could never be sullied by any impurity. His treatment of him was often very strange. Knowing full well that praise the head of mortals, he nevertheless spoke highly of Narendra to others in his very presence. One day there were assembled in his room Keshav Chandra Sen, Vijay Krishna Goswami, with some other Brahmo devotees and Narendra. The master, in an exalted mood, cast his eyes first on the Brahmos and then on Narendranath, and a picture of the latter's future greatness flashed into his mind. After the meeting was over, he said, addressing some devotees, well, if Keshav is possessed of one characteristic which has made him famous, Narendra has got 18 such. Again, in Keshav and Vijay, I saw the light of knowledge burning like a candle flame. But in Narendra, it was like a blazing sun, dispelling the last vestige of ignorance and delusion. Narendra was among the audience. Instead of being puffed up by this unusual compliment, he felt insignificant in comparison with Keshav and Vijay and protested to the master, sir, what do you mean by saying such things? People will take you to be mad. How can you compare the renowned Keshav and the saintly Vijay with me, an unknown student? Please do not do so again. I can't help it, said Sri Ramakrishna. Do you think those were my words? The Divine Mother showed me certain things which I only repeated, and she never reveals to me anything but the truth. But this recourse to divine revelation did not satisfy Narendranath. He would question its authenticity, saying, who knows if these are the revelations of the mother or the caprices of your own brain? If I were in your position, I would surely attribute them to imagination pure and simple. Western philosophers tell us that we are often deceived by our senses, and the chances of deception are much more when there is a personal predisposition. Since you love me and always wish to see me great, it is but natural that these fancies come into your mind. Thus would Narendranath try to shake the settled beliefs of the master. If the latter were in one of his lofty moods, these arguments were ignored as puerile. But if he were in the ordinary state of mind, he would be much upset, at a loss to know why such a pure soul as Narendra hesitated to believe in his visions. In his perplexity, he would appeal to the Divine Mother and would be comforted only when she said, "Why do you listen to him? In a few days, he will admit every word of it to be true." So, my dear friends, today I am stopping here, and in due course, it will be revealed to us also how this transformation took place. So, till then, be happy, be jolly, and keep praying. Shubhaya Bhavatu.